I'm trying to get my big great grandma apron on here. It's so sexy, isn't it? All right, hold on. But I'm gonna be using some flour and some white stuff, and I'll get it all over my navy blue shirt. Okay, are you ready? Now, today we're gonna do a little baking, and I'm really loving this because I was asked by my girlfriend, Abby Jo at Forgotten Way Farms, to write the foreword and include a recipe in her new book, Cozy Christmas Baking. Now, it's super dark in my kitchen, so I've tried to light it up for you so that you can see what's going on, but I'm really far north. We're up here in basically like little Scandinavia, that tiny little pinky that sticks off of Wisconsin into Green Bay and Lake Michigan, and I'm surrounded by Vikings, and I'm surrounded by this concept of hygge, which I had never heard of until Abby Jo introduced it to me, and now I see it all over town. It's everywhere. You're gonna get sick of me saying that word. Ready? I'm gonna say it again. Hygge. I hope I'm saying it right. Be nice in the comments. It doesn't roll off my tongue like joie de vivre, which is the French concept of joy of life, but hygge, as much as I understand it, is about creating cozy, and I love that. I am decking out this French farmhouse. I'm getting my cozy on, okay? But today we're gonna bake. I'm gonna show you my favorite simple, très simple French chocolate cake, and it's featured in Abby Jo's book. It's so easy, it's criminal. You're gonna need some chocolate, some eggs, some vanilla, a little flour. It's not a flourless, but almost. A pinch of salt. I feel like I'm forgetting something. And some sugar. As far as equipment goes, you will need just a basic springform pan. And I do use a Cuisinart for this because we use evaporated cane juice, organic cane juice for our sugar. And so the granule is a little bit bigger. And so I whiz it in the Cuisinart to make it a little bit more fine. So are you ready? Let's bake a cake. When we're all done, I'm going to show you how you can trick this out just a little bit. But actually the beauty of this cake is that it's so simple. It's so decadent. People are always really surprised how something that looks so simple can taste so phenomenal, and I do think you're gonna love it. Your exact measurements for this recipe are 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of flour, 3/4 of a cup of butter, 3 teaspoons of vanilla, or you can scrape a vanilla bean out, which is what I love to do, 5 eggs separated, and 10 ounces of chocolate. Now, if you're a chocolate snob, I don't blame you. So you can use a beautiful chocolate like Valrhona or your favorite Belgian chocolate. Today we're actually using chocolate chips that are 52% cacao to keep it nice and easy, something that everybody can get their hands on. So you want to prepare your pan and start your oven. So you want to set your oven to 325, and to prepare your springform, which I will put a link for everything in the description, just take what's left of your butter, because you had to divide one of those sticks in half to get your 3/4 of a cup. I was just like wrap the paper around it. And just prepare your pan. Just rub it all over the place. Actually, this cake comes out really, really pretty because of this next step. So let me lose this butter here. And we're gonna take some of the sugar, sprinkle it all around, give it a shake, and tap out the excess, and that makes this really, really pretty, like crystal crust along the edge. So after you've prepared your pan, go ahead and take whatever's extra, dump it back in your Cuisinart or whatever bowl you're working from. We're always working from that 1 cup of flour. So we've started with a cup, we've removed a 1/4 cup to prepare our pan. Now we're gonna take 3 tablespoons of that and set that aside for our egg whites that we're gonna do in just a minute. So I'm just gonna grab that really quick. We're going to go ahead and get our chocolate melted. I have my beautiful bowl and my food scale, and I just have the food scale because it's chocolate chips and I don't know how much it weighs. If you're using like bar chocolate, you might actually know how much your chocolate is. So I am going to put this green bowl on the food scale. 15.2 ounces, and we'll try to get that up to 25.2 because we need. Alright, I just realized that that little cute double boiler is way too small for this project, so I'm going to add this bigger guy. On the top, we've got our chocolate chips in here. We're going to add the rest of the sugar, keeping that 3 tablespoons set aside, and we're going to add our butter and let that all melt together. We're going to stir it until the sugar is dissolved. So the chocolate and the butter and the sugar are doing their thing over on the double boiler. I'm going to go out to my boot room because that's where I keep a ton of my baking equipment. I'm going to bring these 5 egg whites and the 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to whisk the egg whites until they get frothy. I'm going to add the sugar, and then I'm going to go ahead and continue until they start to form nice soft peaks so we can fold them into the cake in a little while. You've added the vanilla to your chocolate, butter, and sugar mixture. Now, one at a time, add your egg yolks. I told you this was okay. And then you've got a quarter cup of flour, working at flour, and you're smart, you'll sift it before. Of course, I forgot to. I'm going to put this right into my mixture. I'm going to try it. Sift with my right hand and stir with my left hand. Perfect. Take my chocolate mixture and put it into a bigger bowl. If you have a bigger double boiler, you won't need to do that. So this is the chocolate, the flour, the eggs, the sugar, the butter, the vanilla right here. And then I've got my egg whites, and I'm going to just fold them in, my vanilla out of the way, in thirds. Just 3 batches. Really simple. Gently mixing those. I'm folding in these egg whites and realized I forgot the pinch of salt, so don't tell anybody, but I'm going to do it right now. No one will be any the wiser. Folding these egg whites, we're going to pour them into the pan and shake it out, give it a little shake for any air bubbles. Pop it in the oven. All right, the sun has gone down. My children are restless. They're ready for dinner and they're ready for dessert. I've gone ahead and decorated this sweet little cake with a nativity scene. You can just sift over some powdered sugar, add some greenery, a little gold dust. Now, if you want to have fun with the taste of this cake, you can add some peppermint essential oil. You could add a little cayenne pepper, a little cinnamon oil or cinnamon itself. But really the beauty of this cake is that it just stands alone. It's so simple. It's perfect. Moist, gooey, yum. I actually can't wait to have some. Be sure to get a copy of Abby's beautiful book, Cozy Christmas Baking. And let's see, what else? Oh, you know what? Something I've done, and this is really nice, we're going into the holiday season. Something I've done before is I've made a stencil with the person's family name or their monogram and sifted the powdered sugar over the top of that. That is really a nice touch too. I think you're gonna love the cake. I think you're gonna love the cookbook. We're gonna be back next week with a tour of the house, giving you all the peeks at all the Christmas decorations. I have a little bit more to do. And then in January, we will be back with our regular Everyday Chateau episodes because we have the big shiplap project that we're in the middle of, and I can't wait to share that with you. Okay, I'm gonna go have a piece of cake while nobody's looking. A bientôt.